San Diego Prep Insider, presented by the San Diego Union Tribune.
Welcome to San Diego Prep Insider. Abby and Tommy hanging out here at Cathedral Catholic High School, where the girls soccer team is on their quest for their 4th straight state championship.
That's right, Abby, and they'll be practicing right behind us shortly, and it's no surprise they're so good because over half their starting lineup is going to be playing in college next year, so we'll try to meet as many of them as possible. It's going to be tough because there's so many good players on this team. Ty and Lisa, what's up with you guys?
Thanks, Tommy and Abby. We are here at Westview High, where all night the Poway Titans will be taking on the Wolverines right there.
In just a little bit, we will catch up with a couple of the players from this Palomar League matchup. Plus, we are going to bring you a game day that Ty here is claiming is the rowdiest one he has ever been to.
Well, before Lisa gives the whole show away, let's send it over to Mission Bay for our top recruit, a player with 9 scholarship offers on the table, but he's finally made his decision.
Top Recruits is brought to you by San Diego Honda Dealers.
My name is Justin Moore. Play point guard at Mission Bay High School. My first scholarship offer was great. When I was younger, I didn't expect to get anything, and in due time, my hard work and dedication got me where I'm at now. I chose Tulane because when I went on my visit, it was great. The people were great, the coaches are great. It's a great academic school as well. For me to be out there, I've never really been too far from home, so it was great to be kind of far from home, but it's also going to be kind of difficult, but it will be all good at the end. In college, I plan to study either sports management or something that has to do with fashion, because fashion is a big thing with me. Some people don't know, surprisingly, is I love math. I love to draw, paint. Art is one of my things I can do very well. What was it like to receive the nomination for McDonald's All-American Game? It was great. I never thought when I was young I would be ever nominated or even considered, that type of a player in the country. But out of 250 kids in the country, that's pretty good. The goal to get to NBA is very difficult, but I think I could do it. With the people around me and my work ethic, I think I can get there in my size, the position I am. It's very possible, but it's not going to be easy. I'm going to have to work hard every day, not take days off, and, not be content and just, stay focused on the grind. Personally, my goal for this season is, mainly just a team goal. I'm just trying to win. That's bottom line. I haven't won a CIF, so I'm trying to go out with a bang and win CIF for the team and myself. Mainly my coach going out with it, his last year or whatever, but, mainly just going into next year to Tulane better than I am this year. I just want to win, regardless of where I'm at, what school I'm at in the future, or whatever the future holds. I just want to win where I'm at. My strengths in my game, I'm a big point guard, 6'4". I can slash. My shot's gotten better. I can pass very well, but I think me being a leader is the most important thing, especially at that position.
Good luck next year in New Orleans, Justin. One thing's for sure, we will be watching.
Yes, we will, Tommy. And Justin's going to college next year, but our top recruit's only a junior, which means he has a whole year left to make that decision. And I'll tell you this, Tommy, he's ranked #1 in California for his class, which is pretty impressive. And even better yet, he's one of Cathedral Catholic's own. Let's meet him.
Hi, I'm Brandon McCoy, center at Cathedral Catholic. Schools I'm being recruited by, just to name a few: Arizona, Reno, Cal, UCLA, Kentucky, Kansas. Basically big schools, Right now I'm just focusing on my game mode. I plan on making my decision maybe my senior year. Later on in my senior year, right now I'm just focusing on getting better so I'll be able to produce when I go to college. The most exciting part about this recruit process is just the fact that coaches want to talk to you, say that they believe in you, that you can change the program, and, it's just a blessing to be in this situation right now. And I came from a long way, and just the journey that I took, it's just unreal. And so I'm just so happy and humbled to be in this situation. When I play basketball, I just forget about every struggle that I have, every trouble, and I just focus on the game, and it's just so fun. When you want to have fun, you do something that you like doing, and so I love doing it. I don't even like it, I love doing it. Try to incorporate everything, a little bit of Katie, a little bit of Al Jefferson's post moves, Jaleel Okafor post moves, jumpers, some handles from Chris Paul. I just try to incorporate everybody's game into my game and make a little bit of it to me, I want to win, so I try to share my passion with my teammates and let them know that I'm behind you, if you're behind me, I'm going to go with you and fight to the bitter end, That's just me. basketball is like, so far away. I'm focusing on, this is a good academic school, so I'm trying to make sure that I get as much as possible out of the academics. I play in a band, I play the trombone, the marimba, the piano. I'm trying to make sure that my life is, set from right now. Not even just basketball, but just life in general. Because basketball is just a small part of my life.
There are a lot of talented athletes throughout San Diego County, no doubt about that. And this next list of athletes has us all saying wow, and it's one you're going to want to keep an eye on.
A lot of the players are going to go on to play at the next level, as well as leave a great legacy behind at their current high school. We're going to send it over to Christian Pedersen with this week's watch list.
Thank you very much, Ty and Lisa. I'm here with one of our biggest fans for San Diego Prep Insider. What's your favorite segment on the show?
I love the watch list.
So hey, what do you say we check out this week's SDPI watch list?
Sarah Walrus from Bonita Vista. The scoring machine for the Barons has compiled an impressive offensive year and shows no signs of slowing down in the postseason as the Barons compete for a CIF championship. Morgan Wills from University City. Only a freshman, she has logged serious minutes and stats for the Centurions and should be a featured piece in the UC offense for years to come.
For more, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SD Prep Insider.
At Heron, I was a lot thinner, but I think my game was offense. I was a pretty offensive-minded player. And it's the one thing you certainly do miss when you get older is the ability to play. I was a small guy and I wasn't tough, but I mean, it was a lot more physical than it is today. But the players were never as good as athletes as they are today.
I went to the U.S. program when I was 16, and then I went and played Kitchener in the OHL after I think I turned 18 and 19. Some of the most memorable days I've had, especially playing with the U.S. team and having a lot of success there.
What makes your San Diego Honda dealers happy? Putting you in the driver's seat of your favorite Honda. Visit sdhondadealers.com.
My name is Justin Davis from Morris High School, and you're watching San Diego Prep Insider.
Welcome back to San Diego Prep Insider. It's now time for 5 questions. We're here with Sunny and Olivia. Guys, thank you for joining us. So both of you guys have had to juggle a lot of stuff while you've been in high school. You're on the National Honor Society, NHS, you were on the basketball team. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's like hard to have like good time management to like focus like academically a lot and athletically because I have to train all the time and study for all my tests. But I think soccer's actually helped me with academics because it helped me learn how to manage my time better. And so it kind of like, I don't know, for me it seems like it'd be easier to do both than to do one.
Interesting, yeah. And Olivia, you were in the same boat with basketball. I mean, you started on soccer and basketball, and they're overlapping seasons.
Well, I just think like playing 2 sports that you love, like I don't think it's that hard. And then also like, yeah, like it was like very time consuming, but like my coaches and like teammates were very understanding. So like if I had to like miss a practice or if I was like late to the warm up for games, like everyone kind of like understood where I was coming from. And like when I got there, like I'd put in 100% effort no matter like how tired I was.
Both of you guys were on the women's national soccer team. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It's a really amazing feeling to be able to wear the crest on your chest, and it's so fun to be surrounded by tons of amazing other players, and there it's like everyone's so good, so you're like, wow, and you learn from everybody there, and the coaches are amazing.
The competition's probably like the best you'll ever get. Everyone is just putting in a lot of effort and it's super fun. Just everyone that's there is really like loves soccer and wants to be there and like perform like the best.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. All of them are so amazing. There's so many sets on the soccer team. Tommy, you have 2 more. Let's hear from you.
All right, thank you, Abby. I'm here with Dana and Audrey. You guys are both going to play in college next year, so just tell everyone where you're going and why.
I'm going to University of Arizona, and when I got recruited, it was a brand new program, and I was just excited to play for them.
I'm going to Santa Clara University. I chose Santa Clara because it's a mixture of academics and athletics, and it's like small enough where I would know everyone and big enough where I wouldn't know everyone.
Are there some people you don't want to know? Is that it?
I guess, I don't know.
You got to be a big enough school. Well, Dan, I got to ask you, you played other sports, obviously. Little known fact about you, you did try a little bit of football. So what was that like, and how was that season?
It was honestly the greatest experience I had. I'm still close with a lot of the football players and my teammates and even the coaches. And it was just so much fun, and I really miss it every single day.
Audrey, you had an injury last year that was kind of gruesome. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. So I got my head split open playing. I got a cleat to the head, and I don't know, I was out for a week, and then I got to play in the next game, so it's fine.
2, 3, guys!
So we were talking earlier, Abby and I were talking earlier about how your team has a bunch of girls going to play in college next year. How are you going to keep up with each other, that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, my team last year for a club, half of them are already at college, and we just keep in touch by like text, Snapchat, Instagram, everything. Like, I still talk to girls every single day.
So social media's made it a little bit easier maybe than some of us used to. So Audrey, is there any like inside jokes you guys have in those social media circles that we can know about, or?
No, I don't feel comfortable sharing those with you.
No, they're too private?
Not today.
Bummer. Well, maybe if Ty and Lisa were here, they're more likable than me. You would have told them it, but for right now, we got to kick it to them inside the basketball court, guys.
Thank you so much, Tommy and Abby. I am now joined by the girls' head basketball coach of Poway High School, Jay Truesdale. Coach, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Now, just recently, you earned your 611th win, and with that, you set a new all-time San Diego section career wins list record. When you first started out your career as a head coach, did you ever expect to reach a milestone like that one?
Way back when I started in probably '79, I had no idea something like this could happen, but it's been a very special moment. Don't get beat on that pick again.
And what is the secret to success as a head coach?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the secret could be. It's just a lot of hard work. I've been blessed with a lot of good, hard-working girls, and I feel that I'm the lucky one to be able to coach them.
And not to put you on the spot, but how many wins do you think you can get?
You know what? I'm not really sure about that. I'm mostly worried about the next game, but I have no idea when I'm going to stop. I'm still enjoying it.
Where does that passion come from for you?
You know, I love playing the game way back in the day, and so to be able to stay in it was all about coaching. It's just working with kids, just trying to make them successful.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time, and again, congratulations.
Thanks again.
Ty, I'll send it over to you.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm now joined by Ben Okotin, starting small forward for the Westview Wolverines. Ben, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're one of the captains on the team. You guys are having an up and down season, but how do you keep your teammates on track and focused each night in and night out?
Well, we had a tough start to the season, but we've been doing better as of late, having better games against good competition. So sort of using that as a momentum for the next game and trying to get ourselves geared up and ready to go for every game coming up. So.
Now, you are one of the best scorers on the team. In fact, earlier this season, you had 26 points in the first half of a game. What's your scoring style? Are you a three-point scorer, or are you more comfortable down low?
Right now, I'm definitely more of a three-point shooter. That's where I'm most comfortable, helping, feeding off my teammates, but I'm trying to expand that part of my game to become more of an overall scorer.
Now, this is actually a cool tie for me. I went to Point Loma Nazarene. Your brother is on full ride scholarship there. What tips does he come back and give you that you've been able to implement in your game?
He tries to get me to become more of an overall scorer because he was a great three-point shooter as well. and he knows how important it is to expand that part of your game early in high school. So he's coming back to me with those type of tips, like change of pace, going hard off the dribble, and he's helping me in that game.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And Maddie, we'll send it over to you.
It's that time of the show where we like to recognize some student athletes who are working just as hard in the classroom as they are on the field with our SDPI College Bound.
College Bound is brought to you by Torrey Pines Bank.
Sam De La Torre from Granite Hills. This senior has been on the varsity soccer team for the past 3 years. When she's not scoring goals on the soccer field, she's hitting the tennis court. Sam is also a part of the Eagle Link Club and the Forces of Nature Club. She currently has a 4.72 GPA and is looking to attend UCLA, UC Davis, or Cal Poly, where she will study biomedical engineering. Maddie Kurtz from Granite Hills. This senior has been on varsity for the past 3 years and is currently their team's captain. When she's not on the soccer field, she's helping out the senior class by being a part of the senior class cabinet. Maddie currently has a 4.25 GPA and just signed to Point Loma Nazarene University, where she will play soccer next season. She plans to study either kinesiology or teaching. Brandon Butler from La Costa Canyon. This senior has been on varsity for the past 3 years and has been their team's captain for the past 2 years. He was a second-team Avocado Leaguer last season. When Brandon isn't playing soccer himself, he's helping coach his local middle school team. He currently has a 4.4 GPA and just signed with SDSU to play soccer next season.
Let's now take a moment to catch you up on some of the action that has been taking place right behind us all night long.
Here's the sights and sounds from tonight's matchup.
Patient. There it is, Langston. That boy. Good.
Let's see. I mean, I guess the biggest thing would just be getting a solid foundation, surrounding yourself with the right people. I think that's probably the hardest thing to do. And from there, I mean, everything kind of falls into place. You know, obviously the hard work and you got to put in your hours, and you know, sacrifice is a big thing. I remember from high school, you know, can't go all to the parties and all that stuff. You got to sacrifice some here and there. But yeah, I'd say just one key thing would just be like having a strong foundation. Time management in college was a big one. I feel like, I mean, there's just not enough hours in the day to do school and golf, and you know, you kind of gotta. All my coaches told me, you know, you gotta pick. You know, like, there's 3 circles. There's school. There's there's partying. There's golf. You just gotta pick a couple of them and really focus on them. And obviously, you know, depending on where you go to college, that's an important aspect of creating your own path. But I'd say, yeah, time management's the biggest thing. That was my own problem.
Follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics, and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
So we just hired some mascots as reporters to help us get inside the schools and closer to the stories. They're in training right now, but I think it's going to go pretty well.
And action.
You little louder.
Tommy, you know they never talk, right?
I did not know that. That could be a problem.
Action.
This is it. That's it.
Keep watching San Diego Prep Insider on Fox Sports San Diego.
Always sunny.
What makes your San Diego Honda dealers happy? putting you in the driver's seat of your favorite Honda. Visit SDHondaDealers.com.
Hi, my name is Miles Norris from Modern Day Catholic, and you're watching San Diego Prep Insider.
Having a teenage sister myself, I witnessed firsthand just how crazy the lives of these student athletes are, from trying to balance both club and school athletics, in addition to academics, hey, throw in a couple extracurricular activities. It is so much, Ty. I'm really not sure how any of them sleep these days.
Well, first off, we need to shout out Kaylee Lane, your sister. But, you know, nowadays these students, they're doing more than just sports. Every day they're shattering the typical high school athlete standard. And nothing is different in this week's Building Character segment. Take a look.
Building Characters brought to you by Torrey Pines Bank.
Well, I've definitely learned sleep is overrated.
Our Lady of Peace Jr., Miranda Hernandez, rarely slows down. Between 2 varsity sports, academics, Girl Scouts, coaching a youth basketball team, and 3 campus clubs, this pilot operates on full cylinders.
Kind of just get into a flow of things. We have about an hour before practice starts. I've learned to get my homework done in that time.
Whoever the candidate is supposed to support this party platform.
Miranda's commitment to both academics and athletics continues to pay off. The 5'10" guard not only maintains a 4.2 GPA in the classroom, but she also earned the honor of captain for the Pilots varsity basketball team this year.
Being the best that I can be, I don't necessarily have to be number one, but if I know that number one is the best that I can be, then I'm going to work hard to just be the best person that I can be in everything that I can.
And she means everything, even a new sport like lacrosse she only picked up last year as a sophomore. Last year you decided to pick up lacrosse for the first time. What was it like to play a sport in a skirt?
It was definitely really weird. I wear basketball shorts at home all the time too, so it was definitely weird to put on a skirt, and most of the girls haven't seen me in a skirt outside of my school skirt, so I was like, this isn't natural. But it was a lot of fun, and a lot of the footwork's really similar to basketball, so that was nice. There was a spin move, and I was like, yeah, I got this already. So I mean, it was totally different, but really similar in the same way.
Although Miranda has a lot on her plate, the 17-year-old says she wouldn't change a thing. In fact, the crazy schedule only enhances her high school experience.
Well, I definitely get to meet a lot of different people, and I think that it's definitely preparing me for in the future when I get to meet with a bunch of different people. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's not really any other way to explain it.
Abby, just because your athletic career is taking you out of San Diego doesn't mean we've forgotten about you.
We would never do that, ever. That's why we have our blast from the past, and we are going to reconnect with some swimmers who are up at San Jose State. And tell me, that sounds pretty good right now, a pool. It's pretty hot out here.
It is very warm out here today. I would be willing to run up to San Jose State right now to jump in that pool, but unfortunately, we can only visit them virtually.
So let's do it.
Hi, my name is Allie Davis, and I went to Valhalla High School.
My name is Riley Spitzer, and I went to Rancho Bernardo High School.
My name is Alyssa Cable, and I went to Rancho Bernardo High School. And now,
we swim for San Jose State University.
Spartan us.
Wave, guys.
It's our event center.
Similar.
I mentioned that Ty here claims he went to the best game day yet, which, Ty, I'm pretty surprised because you have been to so many game days.
I have been to a lot of game days, but I don't think any of them can top this week's. I mean, if there was a poll, I would put it right
at the top.
I'd put it right at the top. Let's take a look at this week's game day. another game day. It is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Now we got Cathedral behind us. I know your fans are just as crazy. What's going to happen tonight?
We're taking home the win tonight.
Taking home the win?
This one is ours. We're bringing it back home.
Now, Cathedral, your fans are right behind us. Absolutely crazy. They think they're going to win, but what do you think?
I think we're going to win. It's going to be as easy as last time.
All right, we're going to have to see. Game day starts right now. Joined by Preston, the pit leader. Now I had to bring you down because you got a pretty cool sign. Can you explain to me the thought that went into this?
Okay, well, obviously our gym, 100% better than theirs. They don't even have a gym. Our student section, we can't even hear them tonight. We haven't heard them before. Our student section's better. And lastly, Brandon McCoy. We all know who Brandon McCoy is. He's that kid on our team, and you know what? He's the best player we got. And man, oh man,
it's pretty hot in here. Did you guys intentionally turn up the heat in this gym tonight?
Oh no, we just did it on our own. That's what we do, baby.
It's what?
This game prepped, ready, prepared, and we get loud. That's what we do.
I'm a little bit nervous. All right, I'm joined by Chris and John. We got the leader of the pit. We got one of the best members of the pit. We got some crazy fans behind us. I like that. What do you love so much about this rivalry? This is really the rivalry of the year.
It's not just basketball, it comes to every sport. I mean, the Holy Bowl, you see it's packed every year. It's, you know, it's a blessing to be one of these two Catholic schools.
All right, I'm in the pit. It's literally called the pit, and I'm joined by Chris, the pit leader. Now, I was just over on the other side. It was really crazy, but are you guys going to win the battle of the fans?
There's no doubt. Every single time it's a Cathedral Saints game, there's no doubt that the pit is on top.
Now, we were out here for football. Is it as crazy at the basketball game?
Oh my gosh, it's even more crazy, you know, because everyone's actually into it. You know, football games, people higher up, you know, aren't really into it. But here, the atmosphere is so much more close in. People are bouncing off the walls, getting hyped, you know, it's pretty lit.
That does it for yet another fantastic game day. Saints vs. Cathedral always lives up to the hype, but let us know who you think won today's game day challenge. Tweet at SDPrep Insider. We will be selecting one tweet, and we will send you some SDPI swag.
Well, Abby, looks like we're pretty much the only ones left on the field, so we should probably get out of here before they kick us out.
Maybe we should. That's all we have for this episode of San Diego Prep Insider. For Tommy Morris, Ty Hines, Lisa Lane, I'm Abby Hornacek, and we'll see you next time.